Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am Tom, and first of all we're just going to pull the rain probability down. Like by default it's somewhere down here. I want to put it maybe just here. Bring the probability down quite a bit. We still get random road events and detours are still pretty high. We'll just change the rain probability down to something that's closer to the default. As I say, the default's pretty low. I feel like anything else, like adjusting turning off fatigue simulation or adjusting the detour probability, I feel like anything like that is going to be kind of cheating, because they all affect the game to an extent. Today, oh, we still have a marker on here, do we? Let's get rid of that. We want to pick a new job from the job market. We've got a brand new truck. There it is in the background. Oh, and we've got a lot of options here. Now these tractors. I remember. Oh, that does take us to. Oh no, hang on. We're in Grimsby. Grimsby, please. What can we actually do? Well, we could go through France. We can do some pretty long journeys now. I'm not certain that I want to. Just yet. Dusseldorf is not that far. That's something we might consider. I don't want to go back up to Scotland. I'd really prefer to be heading. How far is that? 37-mile ferry. 578 miles in total. Taking some smoked sprats from Grimsby to Dusseldorf. Yeah. Wouldn't be too bad, would it? Let's set as GPS destination and see about that. Be our first journey into mainland Europe. It is still raining at the moment, so there is that. We don't have any other trucks to worry about here, so some aggressive turning back out of here. At the end of the last episode we did repair our truck as well, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, I don't love this. I see traffic down there, but it's pretty far behind us.
At the roundabout, take the first exit now.
I'm still slipping on the roads. That's not fun. Once we get attached to a trailer, I'll have a better sense
Go
for.
straight on and then keep left.
Look, you can see how much I'm sliding.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
So which one of these trailers is going to be ours? I think this is where we did the drop-off as well, isn't it? So we weren't looking at Copenhagen actually. We were looking at this one to Dusseldorf, which is 578 miles. Oops. Yes, I know you can change your trailer selection. Yeah, we want to take this one, just because it's a wee bit shorter. This one's a just-in-time delivery as well, so it pays considerably more. It's expected Tuesday. What day is it at the moment? Sunday. So we could easily make it within that time frame. Go on then, let's take it to Copenhagen. Change my mind.
Time to hit the road.
Because it's going to pay considerably more. I didn't look at the price per mile.
Let's go.
But we can pray for no detours.
Turn left.
and that the rain stops at some point.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Copenhagen then, right? I think. Yeah, we've got 46 hours to do this job. 46 hours, we'll sleep on the ferry. So we don't need to worry too much about getting rest, necessarily. We might. We've just had a rest as well, so... yeah, we don't need to worry too much about getting tired anytime soon. I think we're going to be fine. I haven't factored in differences of time zone, but that is something that we do need to worry about as well, actually. Something that we need to worry about that I didn't factor in. I can't remember what time Tuesday it said it's expected, but we've got 2 days to get it there. We're currently expected to get it there
At the
Monday
roundabout, take first
at 9 a.m.
exit
But
now.
that's not factoring in rest at all, is it? This is a tiny roundabout. Heading towards Cambridge and London. I expect we're taking the ferry from Dover? You'd think I'd have played the game enough to know that by now. I have. I think it's Dover. We ultimately wind up at the bottom of the UK here. And then across... oh, where does it go? Does it go to... it's Dover to Calais, right? I don't know who I'm asking. I'm talking to myself. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I just want this rain to stop. I don't consider it cheating to adjust the rain probability back down as I did. Because as I say, it's still above the default. The default's really low. What I would consider cheating is changing the detour probability. Downwards, anyway. I would crank those up if I wanted, but I don't want to. I'm just trying to make it for the most sort of real, naturalistic experience. I do have to be wary of my fuel. I appear to have a full tank at the moment, so we're good. Or close to full. At the end of the last episode as well, we picked our first skill point in just-in-time deliveries, which is how this job became available to us. Other options available to us were fragile cargo and I think high-value cargo is another one. Those were the two I was mainly considering before opting for just-in-time, because I think just-in-time is going to be more exciting, for one. I think it increases the challenge and we'll have more to debate and more to consider. I mention all this because I want to talk about the last of the options in there, the one that will be filled up, I think, last of all, which is the fuel economy one, which doesn't do much except I think it reduces your fuel consumption. So by putting stats into that, you essentially get better fuel economy, which is already something we have to be conscious of because we've got realistic fuel consumption turned on in the settings. That's also not default.
Turn left.
Oh. I was not ready to turn left. There we go. Not too bad. We made it around there. If it weren't for the rain, that would have gone smoothly. Though, yes, let me talk about fuel economy. So we've got
Get ready. Turn back.
we've got realistic fuel consumption on, and so I think that ultimately winds up with us using more fuel than we would with the default setting, and it's affected by your. It's affected by how you drive, so if you're accelerating more, you're using more fuel. If you're accelerating, decelerating, all that stuff. The one thing we don't have turned on, because I can't make sense of it, I think we're safe. I think we were safe. I can't tell looking in that mirror what's a raindrop and what's a car. So the one thing we don't have turned on is air brake simulation, which is your brakes need air and you can use up the air in them by braking too much. I played with it a little bit in American Truck Simulator at one point, and I just wound up in a situation where I couldn't start my truck back up at all. It just kept on complaining that there's not any air left in the brakes, and I was like, oh, okay. This was trying to do a parking job, so I'm just not good enough at that part of the job to consider to consider enabling air brake simulation. But realistic fuel consumption I don't mind having on if it makes it for a little more realistic and more difficult game, slightly. I should not be in this lane, I should be in that lane. Oh. But now everybody wants to, yeah, see, now I'm the truck I saw last episode. That's okay, ultimately I feel like I've made the right choice here. There's a random event at the side of the road. McCall's! That's interesting to see. Actually, no, there's shop McCall's. There's a McCall's quite near to me. Oh, I'm not loving this. I'm sort of pinned in here. I should be giving the guy in front more distance, to be fair. So as I was about to get on to say, I am considering cranking the rain probability back up as we get into autumn. And probably not as far as we had it up. Like, I think 50% is probably too high. That seems to result in us getting rain half of the time. But maybe it's more realistic that we get it a bit less. But ultimately I need to get better at driving on these wet roads, and very much so before we get onto the winter packs, we'll need to be much better at driving on slippery roads. There we go, open road ahead now. I can take this lane. That's better, that's fantastic. Now I just need a sense of where I am in the UK and how far it is until we are at the ferry. Grimsby was about halfway down, wasn't it? Halfway down England, so we did Carlisle to Grimsby. Grimsby to London and Dover, etc. That's not going to take us too long, I don't think. The question I have to ask myself at this point is, do we call it an episode there and split this into 2 parts? Probably will. As we get onto longer journeys like we're starting to do now, I think that's what we want to do. We want to start splitting them up.
Keep right, and then continue straight on.
So apparently we want to be in this lane. Crash vehicle.
Go straight on.
Obviously I've mistaken a car for a raindrop again. I did not see who I'm supposed to have hit there. I could have merged back into that lane then. I had plenty of space to do it. I just thought the truck in front was probably going to do that and I could go around the outside of him, but no.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Any signs here? It's just the A14. I don't know roads that well. I will say it is. I've been thinking a lot about old technology recently, and how far we've come in such a short time. Because back in the day, and this is before I was old enough to drive at all, so wouldn't have been doing it myself. But back in the day, I used to be, co-pilot for my dad. I used to be reading the map, which is something you used to have to do. Read the map, because SatNav wasn't yet a thing, or wasn't as mainstream a thing as it is today. So there was no satellite navigation. We just had to check the map, read the map, and work out a route following roads on a piece of paper. I'm trying to tell if that's a car or a raindrop again. It is a car, but I am... I need to stop looking in the mirrors quite so intently as I just was. So I'm looking, trying to figure out if a goddamn raindrop is a car, or if it's a car. Finally, I think we're not going to have that problem anymore. Finally, the rain has stopped. And you know what? It doesn't look like too bad a day. I can actually sit back a bit in my chair finally. Eyes on the road ahead instead of in my mirrors. It looks like we may be turning off here.
Keep left.
Yeah.
Get ready to turn left.
Okay.
Turn left.
Yeah, done. That worked out. I was a little confused. I'd have thought we were hoping for more of a keep left and then carry straight on there, rather than a turn left. I think that happens when, and I've mentioned this before, I think that happens when the base game's sat-nav clashes with the Pro Mods road editions. I think the sat-nav doesn't recognize some of the stuff that Pro Mods has added. Oh god, straight on here. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split this into two parts once I get to the ferry, and can't even remember where we're going. Are we going to Copenhagen? I've got two places in mind now, Copenhagen and Luxembourg. I can't remember where we're going. Oh, this is new, this is different. Let's keep cruising at 50. If I could turn the cruise control on, I can have a sip of my cup of tea, actually. We lost a lot of speed there. But cruise control is set, so we wouldn't be going any faster here, even if we tried. Oh, we paid a toll there. Didn't realize there was no toll gates, was there? We just fly through them. We pay a toll.
Keep left and then exit left.
Okay.
Exit left. Keep left.
Oh yeah, okay. I think a lot of this is added by Pro Mods. It just makes the roads that much more interesting. Because a lot of people argue, they argue on the SES Facebook page and
Exit now.
shout at them on Twitter a little bit as well. Oh come on! Oh no, I'll be clear, won't I? Yeah. Again, there's me not understanding a junction. A lot of people believe, and I would tend to agree, I think that the UK in Euro Truck Simulator 2 is overdue some reworking. SES have been reworking some locations recently, like there was a recent... uh-oh. You stay back please, thank you. There was a recent Austria rework, and before that I think they reworked Germany a little bit. But the UK in the base game is pretty bland and not particularly true to life, and it's still, I think it's still the same as it was possibly when the game released, which is long before they started, because bear in mind it's a 10-year-old game, but they didn't put as much detail and artistry into the game as they did, as they do now. Back when they did all of these locations to begin with, which is why Pro Mods
and then exit left.
That's why ProMods enriches the environment so much.
Exit left.
Where are we? Can I see on that sign? Channel Tunnel. So maybe we're taking the Channel Tunnel.
Keep left and then turn left.
Okay, freight is in this lane.
Turn left.
There's no left turn to take.
Keep left. Okay, let's find a new route.
I think I'm just gonna go through here. Oh, what is all this? You know what? I know exactly what this is. I'm gonna go over here just to... That's quite the nasty gap, I think. I've just realised what's going on here. See, because I've done the Channel Tunnel before. I didn't realise that we were already there. I thought we had some coastline to go down first. You're all driving, right? Are they parked? This has got to be the... This has got to be the Channel Tunnel. Or, you know, the station. Having been reworked by ProMods. I have no idea where we're going now. We're going under here. It looks like we're going to hit possibly a height restriction. I don't think we should have an issue. No, we shouldn't. We're hauling a fairly standard height trailer here. But yeah, that's the Channel Tunnel. Holy moly. Okay. So this area has been reworked by ProMods as well. I hadn't seen that. That's huge. Okay. Okay, where can I go? Can I go down here? It says no trucks. This one says trucks allowed. Coming up on the left here somewhere. I just need to see the icon. Where's the icon? It's not there. Oh, is it inside? It is as well. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Don't mind me. I made a mistake. Have I got plenty of room there? Oh yeah. So typically you just drive onto it like this, and then you're on. There's no driving down into a space like this. So I didn't realise that ProMods had also reworked the crossings, because I've only taken ferries so far, and ferries aren't particularly reworked, but I guess the Channel Tunnel is? Anyway, Folkestone to Calais is going to cost €300. Depart.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Let's see. We haven't managed to get a full rest. I will get us out of here before calling it an episode. Here we go. That's amazing. I didn't realize that that was going to be reworked. Please drive on the right side of the road. Okay. Yeah, I'm prepared for that because I'm in Europe now. I've never seen that notification before either, and I don't know. I don't know who added it. Which mod I've installed has added that? Possibly Pro Mods. Oh, that's odd though, isn't it? Because maybe it's just on mainland Europe that triggers, but I haven't seen it elsewhere. Like I haven't seen it when we went up to Iceland or the Faroe Islands. We'll quickly find our way out of here, and then oh dear. Yeah, it feels natural. It feels right to be coming to France and getting away from the rain. Although the only time I've actually been to France was it was a very long time ago, 1997, I think. And that summer, it was
Turn right.
it was a storm. You know, it was a huge downpour. There was thunder and lightning, and we went to I assume we had Disneyland booked from who knows how long before. Like I was a child at the time. But they had to close Disneyland that day. We barely got on any rides, and it was closed due to this storm. Now I did say I wanted to keep left, sorry? Yeah. Totally fine. Hopefully I can find a rest stop to pull over at, and then we can tie up the episode, make it a two-parter. What am I looking at over there? That's just a sign, okay. Same as this, whatever that is. Oh, okay. So that just indicates, I don't know, something. Give me cruise control at 56 miles per hour. Ooh, good idea while we're in Europe would be to go see Paris. Because I do have the there's a Paris rework mod I've got installed. That'd be cool to see. And actually, I should check to see whether the Poland reworking mod is ready for this version of Euro Truck Simulator 2 yet. Last I checked, it wasn't, but it could be by now. Here we go, rest up ahead, I think. Although it's the other side of the road. I don't think we're getting to that one. And what's that ahead? Is that the border already? Oh, there is a rest stop after that though. Okay, so we will tie up the episode here. Our first trip into mainland Europe, and here we are. Vlaanderen? Belgium. Okay, Belgium. Flanders. We may as well stop for fuel whilst we're here. We get to see that real fuel price in action. €2.16 per litre. Then again, I don't drive, so I don't know anything about the gas prices right now. That's paid, and we're going to pull up just here, which is also a rest stop. So we'll consider whether we need to rest here. We should check. Whilst we're in this part of the world, and just before I tie up this episode and call it a part there, let's take a look at how much further we've got to go. Obviously we did Grimsby to Dover. The next leg of this journey is about, it's just a wee bit longer. I think we can do that if we sleep here. We could still do that. Although it's going to depend what time of day it is right now. We have, I'm sure, other options along the way. Say here, yeah. So we don't need to worry too much about that. And it is Copenhagen we're going to. Okay, so join me next time where we complete this journey to Copenhagen. In the meantime, I have been Tom, thank you very much for joining me, and ta-ra.